Hello and welcome to Relax with Watercolour. Today I am in Sligo. I'm going to Loch Arrow, which is on the shores of Ballinafad, and I'm going to do a sunset for a change. So today my colours are going to be yellow ochre, light red and a little bit of indigo. That's my sky colours first. But we'll wet our paper as normal, 2/3 of the way down. So we're just going to try and get in a nice horizon line. It's a great fishing area, Loch Arrow. Plenty of water. And I'm going to put 3 colours into my sky. So the first colour is yellow ochre. So I'll put in on the other horizon line. I'll put in a little touch of light red just above that. And I was going with the indigo. Actually, I'm going to change from the indigo. I'm going to go to ultramarine blue. Like that. So first colour, the yellow ochre. Now normally when you're painting sunsets, you start off with your light tones, which I'm doing here. I generally prefer to paint sunrises than sunsets. There's a bit of a karma about this, that a sunrise is the start of your day. So when you're looking at your painting, when you have it finished, you're seeing the beginning of your day, whereas the sunset is the end of your day. So, next colour, light red. A little bit of light red. Make it good and strong. But just always make sure your pigment is mixed through. And finally, without cleaning your brush, you add in the ultramarine blue to the top. That gives it a kind of a purple hue, because you still have the light red on your brush. A little bit more here. Now, if you're very brave, you can just take your brush and just put a sweep through here like this. Just be careful with the yellow ochre. And I'm going to move that around and let it rock and roll. And as they start to mix together, it's going to create a nice little sky for us. I'll just turn it this way. Now I don't have too much water on this, because if I do, all the colours will just charge down the paper, and that's not really what I want to do. I'm just trying to put enough water on so that it all gels together nice and easy. Just let that run down, and as it hits there, it'll start to run down towards the horizon. Starting to do that there. I'll just turn that. Here we go. Okay, that's not too bad there now. Just want to add in another little touch of ultramarine blue, and I'll just mix it again with the light red. Just like that tone, that purple tone. To get it into the sky a little bit more. So just here and there, just to make it, give it that little interesting bits. I'll put another one. I'll put some up here, I think. Surround that cloud. That's good. There we are. And I'm just going to, down here, just to counterbalance that, just put a little bit in here. And as you come down near the horizon, the brush strokes get smaller, because you're talking about distance, being further away. So to achieve that, smaller brush strokes, nice and gentle, smaller. There we are. Now, I don't want to lose too much of that, so I'll just very gently rise it up. Okay. Now, I'm going to just dry this off, and then we'll put it up on our easel. Now, let's go up onto the easel, and we'll move now to our middle ground. Now, I want to get in the distant mountains here, and then I'm going to put another mountain or headland in front of that then. So start off with the distant mountain first. So I'm taking my ultramarine blue, and I'm going to add in some of that light red. And as I always say, be careful with the light red. The light red is a very dominant colour. Now, I'm not going to put in too much colour in this because I want to give the impression of distance. So nice and wet your brush. And we're going to start off and just put it in here like that. Once you start, keep it going, don't stop. Then you can pull it through like this. And then just tidy that all up. It's not going to matter that much because I'm going to put another headland over that anyway. But it's nice to have it ready for the next one. Now, as you can see, the sky is there and that's come through there, and that has a nice effect on it. So I'm going to leave that there. That looks nice with it there. So that's my distant mountain. And as I said, I'm going to put another headland across that just as that starts to dry. Now, again, just get this ready. While that's still wet, I'll just touch that in there. But as I said, I'm going to put another little headland in there anyway. So, but I just want to get these little bits in like this. These could be little headlands, little islands, little bits and pieces, marshland, whatever you want it to be. And I'm going to start dropping my headland in. I'm going to change brush now this time. I'm going to go a little bit darker. And while that is still wet, I'm going to drop my headland, or my nearer headland, drop it in. You can see a little bit of it there already starting to form. So I'm going to put that in there. It's almost like it's there's a mistiness about it. Just there. See, that's bleeding back into the sky there, which is fine. No problem with that. That's what we want. And we'll just tidy that up there like that. And we bring back this way also. And we'll encourage that to go up there. That's lovely. And we'll keep that there also. The detail brush is very important for distance as well. The Hake doesn't have exclusive rights to do in distance. You can use detail brush and capture just as much or as little detail as you want. And I'll probably do a little bit more in the program about brushes and their uses today on the helpful hints. There we go. Now, so that's my sky, my distant mountains there, and now we have on the lake side then we have our headland here with all our different shapes, etc. So now I want to get in my water here. Now, the water, again, has to reflect the sky colours. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put in a tone first, maybe of the yellow ochre, which is here, and then the red down here. So let's see how that works out. Clean brush. And I want to get my tone of yellow ochre first. Now, because that's there, I want to get that just in one swipe, and this area here I want to try and reflect that a little bit lower. So when you're going to do this swipe, it's very important. I'm trying to achieve the sparkle, so it's vitally important the speed of your brush stroke. So we've got to do it very quickly like that. So that's all I'm going to do with that brush stroke. Now I'm looking for my light red, need a little bit more paint. And in essence, I want to try and capture this area here. So from that there, then I just go straight across like that. Keep it going there. That's fine. That's all I want to get in there. Now, I will pull another tone over those as well, but I'll let those dry a little bit first, and then we'll put another tone into that, because I want to try and get in some rocks and the reflections of rocks and how we're going to do that. Just push that back there like that. And again, what I said before, when you have little bits of water starting to gather there, it's important that you take them away. So again, we do that just by touching the brush like this. And I know I've said this a few times, but a lot of people are starting to paint in their watercolor now with an easel like this, because they find it, the control of the water, much better. Now that's starting to dry nicely. Now these brushes, this is actually taking some of the water off the paper, so we can take it off as well as put it on. But again, be very careful what you do. And welcome back to Harry's Helpful Hints. Now, as I said earlier in the program, we're going to concentrate again on brushes. So this time I'm going to take the rigger, and just to show you what the rigger can do and how to hold the rigger properly, because a lot of people seem to have a problem with it. So I'm just going to show you. The rigger must be bent back like this, and then you walk it. And if you can get a little kind of a little wobble into it, that's even better. And then the skill is to release the brush gently like that. Then you can add in little twigs. Again, releasing the brush every time. But where you hold the brush is important as well. The brush must be held here, there, at the end of the brush. Not here, not down here, that you have less control that way. That's where you want to hold the brush. So I'm just going to do a few more little twigs from that. Bend the brush back, walk it up like this, and then just head away and let it go its own way, and then release. And then you can add in a few little brush strokes like that. So that's our rigger. As you can see, trees, branches, but the rigger is also very good for reeds. So you push it out like that, and you can even put a little flick in it like this, flick. So you can get a little bunch of reeds like that. This is your rigger. I will try from that then put another few more little reeds in here. Just get some more paint. A few more reeds like this. And then you can always take it from here then, and you can just get little wobbles like this. And it creates the effect that it's a reflection. You don't have to slavishly follow the reed, just here and there. So you see how versatile this brush is and how important it is. So let's bring those little tips and let's put them into our painting. So my ultramarine blue there, and I'm looking for red, the light red. I'm looking for a very specific tone this time. I'm trying to lean it on the, just barely lean it on the red slightly. Add that into our colour, because this is also going to be the colour that I'm going to use for my rock reflections. So I'm going to bring this across to a certain point, and then I'm going to pull it back this way also. So very quickly, in these dark tones like that, it'll strengthen the painting. Now on the other side, here, and just straighten that off there. Now for my rocks this time, I'm going to add in a little bit of indigo to the light red. Go to my detail brush. I want to try and keep that colour there as well. So it's dark tones I'm looking for here this time. Now, I'm going to start off with a few little stones back here. Turn the brush side on and just move it around like this. Now be careful with this, because what happens is people suddenly realize, I can make a rock, this is great. And then what they tend to do is they fill the whole thing up with rocks, and then you lose your lake and everything else. So be very sparingly do this. And the important part is to straighten that off, showing the water level. And then you take your hake brush, you pull that down. There's your reflection. Now, let's try another one. We'll put another one over here. I'm not going to do them on these here because they're further out into the lake. You're not going to see them so much. So I'm just trying to gauge myself, because I want it to be almost a natural. I don't want them all the rocks the same size, but a lot of them will be. Just like that there. You don't want to overdo it a little bit. That's fine there. Now again, I'm going to put another one over here. Now I have a break there, as you can see, between those two. So I'm just going to put one in there, just to hide that a little bit. And you don't have to have a dead straight edge. And then just pull that down gently. There we go. Right, I want to just get another couple in here. Now, I don't want to end up with a line of rocks all in one line. So you have to stagger them a little bit, make them a bit more natural looking. We don't want it looking like someone placed them all there. So I'm going to put another one probably just here in front of this one here, but bigger. go a little bit bigger this time. Here we are. And again, just pull it down slightly, like that. What's in front of that one? That's a little bit, tone is a little bit darker, as you can see there. And now I want to get another couple just over here. Just over here. Maybe I'll put one just way at the front here. There we are. It shows you how to, in the book, the Watercolor Made Easy, Relaxed Watercolor book, you can see how to do this. Just pull that down like this. Now, that's enough for rocks. I just want to get in some foreground here now, just before we finish up. First of all, I'll get some more rock shapes here, but this time you're actually on the land, so it's not going to need reflections this time. Just put that in like this. People always feel safer when they can see that they're standing on land. Psychological, but very true. And over here then, again, I'm just going to put in something like this. Doesn't matter if you go over some of the work you've done already. Now, I'll get some branches coming in. I'm going to use my large detail brush. I'm going to start off probably around about here. And just as I work that back, I lean more into the brush. And as I lean more into the brush, it opens out like that. Now I'm taking my rigger, and I'm going to put in some little branches off that. I'll start off here, just bring that, walk that in there a little bit more. There we are. Take a little down here, and that'll reach down into the lake. Like that. And I just get one or two more little branches. Maybe we'll take one off this way. Now the rigger, which is very important, I'll be showing you this in the tips as well, how to use it. If you want any of these paintings for your charity or for a good cause, write to us on headed paper. That's very important. And if we can, we will certainly help you out. I know there's a lot of money has been raised already with various charities. I'm not going to mention them. They all know who I'm talking about, and well done, and a lot of very deserving causes as well. Great brush. It's much more thicker than the pony hair, the mongoose hair. So as a result, it holds the paint better and thicker. The other brushes, like the bristle brushes, they don't have that give in them. And I'll just put a few of these little fellas on here. And I think we're almost finished. You can go over your reflections. They should be dry now. So you can put a few of these little fellas on there as well. And even one or two off there, like we did be in an earlier painting. And just pull them in like this. There we are. Now, so that's Loch Arrow in Sligo. This is Harry Feeney, Relax with Watercolour. Until the next time, goodbye.